My name is MJ and I'm your investment consultant. Reach me through 0796656436 and I'll be able to help you. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, like and share for more people to get it. So let's look at special funds that are in Kenya. What are some of the examples of special funds that are in Kenya? Where do they invest? Are they similar to maybe money markets or something like that? What are the risks that are associated with special funds in Kenya? And is it worth investing in special funds? Is it worth investing in special funds? So special funds are a specific financial institutions or financial schemes, mostly referred to as collective investment schemes or CIS, that are regulated by the Capital Markets Authority in Kenya. They do invest in various asset classes, like they invest in commodities, equities, and they do invest in various assets, like they diversify their investments a lot. And so these special funds give a higher returns as compared to other investments like money markets. As I have said, they diversify their assets into various asset classes. For example, you find they invest in metals like gold, silver, and then they also invest in major stock markets like the New York stock market, the London stock market. They invest in various stock markets that are considered to be major stock markets. They also invest in various currencies. They invest in dollars, they invest in euros, they invest in various strong currencies. So they diversify a lot in their investment. It's not like the money markets that are specific to their investments and are restricted by rules. So they don't qualify to be in money markets because they go beyond what money markets are restricted to invest in, or areas where money markets are restricted to invest in. They go beyond that and they invest in securities or assets that are diverse in nature. So some of the examples of special funds in Kenya include the Mansa-X. We have also the Ox, that is Ox Special Fund. We have the NABO Capital Special Fund that is managed by the NABO Capital. There is also the Old Mutual Special Fund that is managed by the Old Mutual Limited. So those are some of the few examples that are in Kenya, but there are a lot. Even in Kenya, there are a lot of special funds being run in Kenya. So as I have said, these special funds have higher returns as compared to other investment vehicles or securities. So for example, let me give you an example with the Mansa-X. In 2025, end of 2025, when they're closing their books, they had a net return on capital of 20.74%. In that, if you invested your money in Mansa-X at the start of the year 2025, by the end of the year 2025, you had a 20.74% return on it net. So let me put that in perspective, in a perspective using figures. Like their minimum capital investment you can do is 250,000. So if you invested 250,000 by the start of 2025, by the end of it, you will have got 20.7%, 74% net return on the same. So that means you will have got 51,850 as a net return. And then they also have the cumulative, it's also cumulative in nature, in that when you don't withdraw your net income, it forms part of the principal amount you invest in the coming year or in the coming quarter. For example, if you don't withdraw your 51,850 shillings, when it comes, at the start of 2026 now, your principal amount will now become that return plus the principal you had in 2025. So that will be 301,850. So that will be your principal amount starting in 2026. So that will continue like that. If you don't withdraw after 2026, the return that you will get there will form the principal amount in 2027. In 2027, they are regulated. As I've said, they are regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya, not the Central Bank of Kenya, the Capital Markets Authority. Mansa-X has been there for a long time. They have been there for a long period, so they stand the test of time. Another important thing to note about them is that they diversify investment. So, and they have a specific restriction on how to invest in assets. For example, you find that they don't put more than 15% into one asset. For example, if you invest 250,000, they cannot put more than 15% of that capital of yours investing it in one asset. So they will be spreading it out to minimize risks. They will put some in gold, they'll put some in currencies, they'll put some in stock markets, various stock markets, and other assets that are that they invest in. So that gives you or lowers the risk that can be associated with that. They are also run by very professional fund managers. So if you ask me if you can invest in special funds, if you are able, if you have the fund, it's worth investing because their returns are good, they have good management, and they are regulated, and they can give you good returns. The minimum capital investment is 250,000, and then you can do a top up of a minimum of 100,000. So it requires or it calls for special investment because it's not like other investment where you can put your 100 or 1,000. Like money markets, there are money markets where you can start investing even using 100 shillings. In stock markets or shares, you can invest even 30 bob. You can buy shares going for 9 shillings, or some even go for 4 shillings. You can do that. But for them, they have a minimum requirement amount that you can invest. An example of for Mansa-X is 250,000, and then the minimum amount you can top up is 100,000. So that varies from a fund to fund. Maybe Mansa-X has that, or special fund as another one. NABO have their own minimum requirements, but they do have their minimum requirements. My name is MJ and I'm your investment consultant. Reach me through 0796656436 and I'll be able to help you. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, like and share for more people to get it.